So let's get back to the circle. Okay, it looks like we're at the same apartment building. The first girl getting on my nerve with all her exasperate. It's a cute apartment, but it's the same from last season. You submitted yourself to be on here, so this isn't a shock. So her name is Savannah from LA. She gives me a wannabe actress tea. So she's gonna be herself. Well, you're conventionally attractive, so that'll work for you. I think people will think you're a catfish. Oh, she's single and looking for love. So she sets a sweet, wholesome photo as her profile rather than going with the thirst trap. I like that angle. Oh, God. Why he gotta be ugly? So we meet in the next one. I want him to go home already. He looked like Paper Bag Face from Scandal. Oh, he's a 20-year-old astrophysics and economics student. How are you 20 but you look a smooth 30? You are not 20. You need to lie. That's a rough-looking 20, man. So he's going as his friend Emily, a 21-year-old sorority girl, because he's afraid people will look at him and think strategy. No, people are going to look at you and think ugly. So he's really all about lying and manipulating. Well, I'm glad you came to play. Jeez, you got to go home soon, because I can't look at that. See, I feel like you trying to be the biggest villain in circle history, it's gonna get you thrown off home. That's not how you play the game. You gotta ease into it. You already got your foot on the gas, but you're full of hot air. Child, he said he didn't want his profile to be basic, but it couldn't be any more basic. Then again, he couldn't be any more basic. Okay, so now we've got our hippie. So we got Bryant. He looked like a wannabe actor too. Good smile, but limp hair. Okay, all this breathwork's gonna get on my nerve. Get a couple hee-hee-hoos out and move it on. Okay, we got another Bronx girl. I heard the yurt and the Tims. You really had to come in with the Tims, though. She is Delisa from the Bronx, and I'm here for her. So she gonna be her husband, Trevor. Okay, this will be interesting. Oh, she gonna be a single dad to get the sympathy. So she wants to win so they can buy a house. And yeah, $100,000 for the down payment is about what you need, especially for the Bronx. Okay, I'm already rooting for her. So we starting our first circle chat. Oh, it feels so good to be with them again. So the first heifer thinks she gonna be friends with Emily, not knowing it's the villain. Oh, Lord, so now Brian's gonna be the one that talks the most. That's gonna get him sent home. He telling everybody he teaches breathwork and philosophy to groups. Them people they hire at corporate to lead them trust exercises. They get good fees, actually. And now we have Tara Alicia, who also loves Biffle Blue. That is the same color as my wall in New York. The same. That also makes me think I might paint my cabinets that color. Why is Dallas called the Triple D? Dallas, Texas, Dallas County, like that would only be 2. Let me know. So she's a teacher and a mathematician who knows how to play her cards. Her catfish meter is on high. But are you gonna be you? So she's coming with a lot of energy too. I wonder if her and Emily will be duking it out. So now we got somebody else from Texas, 58-year-old Lee, who's an author. Who's he gonna be? Oh, he's written 39 books as a female pen name. Now this is going to be interesting because he's been catfishing for years. He's probably conservative, which I'm not. He's like, hold on. Before we even go there, let me just clear the air. So he's going on as a younger gay man. Okay, I am here for Lee. All right, and the circle chat's open again. The girl from the Bronx said in the chat, give us the 411, and Tara Alicia said, that sounds like some old people shit. Oh my God, y'all don't know what the 411 means? That must, well, it means information everywhere, but I guess nobody calls information anymore. You know, you gotta be in the 30s to remember what's the 411. But you should still know that as a Mary J reference, Tara Alicia. Okay, now we got a British girl, but she doesn't, the accent isn't ringing true to me. Girl, you are nobody's 21. You are a hard 38 in this makeup. Why do you have caterpillars over your eyes? Oh, this heifer was on Too Hot to Handle. So she won, but apparently it wasn't very much. So she said, this time I'm gonna win the 100,000 and at least get 45 after taxes. So she gonna be herself and just flirt. Okay. I think people are gonna think you're a catfish if they recognize you. Oh Lord, who is this? So I guess this is who they chose since I didn't submit. He's the entertainment host for a pop culture show on the internet, Courtney. Well, what show? What show are you spilling the tea on? So they won't even say your show's name, but you don't want nobody to know who you is. Okay, girl. So he's gonna be a barista. I just hope you can bring the funny. So Courtney's gonna keep profiles on all the players. Smart. Oh, two of the girls know who Chloe is, so I wonder if they'll believe it or if they think she's catfish. Delise is giving me a little lesbonics with how she's going after the women's. So the two girls realize she ain't catfish and this really is the girl from Too Hot to Handle, which I guess was another Netflix show. So Tara Alicia don't know if Trevor real or not, but everybody else buying it. Tara Alicia's like, she ain't saying stuff that a man would say because she's a woman. So Courtney asks everyone, if you could be a fruit, what kind would you be and why? I already am a fruit. Child, Trevor said he would be a pomegranate, dark and juicy with lots of layer and flavor. So the London heifer really flirting with Trevor hard 10 seconds in. Okay, so we've got our first game. So you guess a fun fact about another player. For River and Trevor, it's which one of them's partner's mom walked in on them as he was losing his virginity. So Bryant raised 10 grand to get his friend off the street. How sweet. The English heifer and Ternisha, who was the one who decided to fly to Paris with somebody 10 minutes after meeting him? Clearly the London heifer. Savannah was part of a robotics team. Emily done messed up and answered as a man, hashtag data daddy. What? So Brian's gonna offer Courtney friendship because he wants to make that a lie. Also, I kind of like Brian. Oh God, hashtag loyal lads. So Emily's gonna set up a girl group chat. Hashtag circle sisters. The London heifer asks, okay, is everybody single? Are you looking for some lesbonics? So already we get into who we think catfishing and all eyes are on Trevor. The fact that he keeps saying hashtag I'm a fun guy, it rings false. And they still caught up on that, what's the 411? Oh goodness, so now the London heifer don't like that they going at Trevor behind his back. Is she gonna sneak and squeal? And it's our first alert. So the players gotta rate each other. So Savannah and Tara Alicia vote first for each other. An alliance indeed. The loyal lads are staying loyal. Child, Tara Alicia put Trevor in 5th. She don't trust it. No, so why are you giving Bryant 6th place, Trevor? We know you're gonna get sent home soon because you're gonna be caught in the lie. She said it's a little bit of hate. Well, okay. Mo to the E to the gotta do what you gotta do. She gotta move, Moesha. Aha! Terlisha put Chloe last. And somebody else put Bryant last. They gonna get rid of him because he's the biggest competente. Aww. So Trevor gonna call Savannah on the private line. So she gonna try to bond with Savannah over single parenting. You already tearing up when this heifer typed a few sentences. Oh yeah, my dad was in prison. I was raised by my mom. That gets you to water working? Or are you just working it for the camera? So now she's starting to feel bad about lying to the girl about the real. But hey, you decided to catfish, so scrape that bottom, girl. Scrape that bottom. And now we've got another alert. So the two players with the highest ratings will become influencers and have to choose who's heffing on to the heezy. Trevor is last, child. They thought he was the competition, so they got rid of him. Emily's in 7th. Tara Alicia said, okay, I can take my wig off. I know I'll be sleeping here tonight. I knew London was going to be sick. They're getting rid of all the competente. 4th is a tie. I bet you 4th is Trevor. Trevor and Tara Alicia. No, Trevor and Courtney. Courtney and Rivel. So Trevor is third, which that's the perfect place to be. You're not an influencer, but you're popular. So Tara Alicia and the first girl are influencers. So who they gonna get rid of? Oh, they have 24 hours to decide. But they can save a player right now. One each will be safe from elimination. So we ain't gonna find out who they saved till the next episode. Well, let's keep on. So Tara Alicia saves Emily. She saved Trevor. She said, I'm getting a DILF tea and you ain't leaving me. Savannah know Chloe is mad at her. I'd be mad too. So Bryant, Chloe, River, or Courtney might go home. I think it might be Bryant. I think River and Courtney are going to be safe, but I think Chloe also has a good chance of heffing on out. Chloe is really mad Savannah didn't save her. Child, she said, you not trying to just take my place, you trying to take my man. So Chloe calls Emily for a private chat. Okay, so Chloe gonna add Savannah to the chat to get some answers. So she go on and ask her, why'd you choose Trevor over me? So she says, well, he's a DILF and we've connected. In private. Penis over pussy, pal. So she said, well, I wish you just could have talked to me about it. I know it was a tough decision, but if you want to have a girly chat, let me know. So Savannah don't believe her, but she gotta play the game. And she said, well, if I hadn't had that conversation with Trevor, I would have saved you. So Chloe might have just sank her ship because Savannah don't trust her. So Brian invites Tara Alicia to a private chit-chat. He's gonna focus on the connection. Child, he opened up about his addictions and slutty phase. You gonna stay by any means necessary. Bryant just might have saved his ass with a confession. All right, but now we've got a game, the Circle's Poetry Slam. So each of them has to write a poem about an influencer to stay in the circle, the four that are up for elimination. Okay, I'm really expecting something out of the writer. So Courtney's gonna try to offer allyship in his message. So Courtney had a cute little poem. Courtney gets 3 A's and a B. Okay, let's see what Chloe has to offer, other than awkward confrontation. Like an onion, I got layers. I could be one of your favorite players. I can't believe Chloe was that creative. Chloe gets straight A's. Oh, Savannah gave her a B. Oh, Lord. River whining about his ex in his poem. This writing is weak. Oh, Savannah said he didn't include anything he learned about me. C, because it's all about me. Savannah said, well, if the circle's cured your heart's disease, it's time for you to go. Oh, child, Brian, well, you tried. You tried. I think Savannah's dislike for Chloe may mean she's the one who's going to go. Child, Savannah said, and another C. B for bad. So Courtney and Chloe won the poetry slam, but does that mean that they're safe? Oh, they just get a door prize. Child, they just had feathers at their door. Unless it's edible, I ain't getting out. So Trevor reaches out to River to compliment him on his poem. So while Trevor talks to River for no real point, we got Courtney talking to Savannah to save his skin. She's funny because she said chili makes me fart. Okay, Courtney. I could see Courtney winning. He's getting his lies, right. This heifer said she's still obsessed with Cassie and Usher as they bond over 2000's R&B. Usher, okay, I'll give you, but Cassie? He gonna say me and you is still such a bop. Cassie doesn't get enough credit. For one song, how much credit does she do? So River goes to talk to Tara Alicia. He trying to play into the big sister vibe. So he's telling her, well, we broke up right before I got to the circle, just a week. Hashtag it's still raw. So Tara Alicia says, okay, maybe if I'm the big sister, I won't get thrown under the big bus. Meanwhile, Chloe gonna call Trevor rather than try to save her own skin. How are you gonna get him to come to you when you messaging him? So Trevor says, well, let me go on and ask if you are the heifer from Too Hot to Handle. Child, this woman on here discovering her true lesbonic, she said I'm making her feel like a natural woman as a man. That is some strong femininity. Very raw. Dixon? How are you saying there are good men out there, but you ain't a man? You like, there are good men out. You're not proving anything. You're pretending to be, you're not proving anything. You don't exist. Okay, so we heffing at the hangout. I'ma fast forward through the small talk. Just make your decisions and go. Oh my goodness. That bottle of wine with that big label, white wine. Y'all couldn't get a sponsor, it just had to be white wine. So Tara Alicia wanted to take out Courtney, but Savannah was like, nah, I'm gonna keep him. Now River's on the chopping block. So they gonna keep River because that's her little bro. I think Chloe is gonna go. I think they're gonna keep Bryant and they're gonna kick off Chloe. So Savannah says, you know, I didn't save Chloe last night, so she might try to give me the axe. Oh goodness, so Tara Alicia's like, you know what? I'ma keep Chloe around and let her backstab you when I need to. So I guess Bryant's out. Damn. Tara Alicia said Savannah getting on my nerve. So now she's all, I'm supposed to stay faithful to the girls. And Tara Alicia's like, well, then you should have saved Chloe earlier and we wouldn't be having this conversation. But instead, you were trying to get to Trevor's tallywhacker. So they blocked Bryant. Aww. Well, I guess we'll see who shimmies on in next. So who's Bryant going to meet? Oh my God, why is River crying? Oh my goodness. Lord, a 2-second conversation and you tearing up? Child, Bryant ain't the one crying and he the one blocked. Okay, so he went to go see River. So these two have a real connection, sissy to sissy. And I guess we're gonna see what happens on the next 2 episodes. The British girl said I brushed my teeth for nothing because Bryant didn't come to see her. Why you gotta play into your people's stereotypes? Alert! So we've got someone new in the circle. Oh God, Lance Bass? Chloe see Lance Bass, she said, oh, I don't know who that is. Maybe Trevor's got some competition. No, he don't. Okay, so is this really Lance Bass? Who is playing Lance Bass? We already know you a catfish. Now that makes me want to watch this 3rd episode rather than take my nap. But I'm gonna get my nap in. That was the shit.